He's chairman and CEO of Revolution and the co-founder of AOL. Welcome back to CNBC, Steve. Also the author of Rise, The Rise of the Rest, which is now out in paperback, or is tomorrow. It comes out on Tuesday. Steve, welcome once again.
Good to be with you, Tyler.
We're going to get to AI and the meeting last week on Capitol Hill, but one of the things that leaps out at me is that you see a direct connection between some of the divisiveness that we're experiencing in this country, the bitter sort of anger, and how technology jobs and technology capital is distributed regionally across the country. Would you explain the connection between the two and why you see it so clearly?
Yeah, for the last decade, about 75% of the venture capital backing these new companies with these disruptive ideas have gone to just 3 states, California, New York, and Massachusetts. So the other 47 states are fighting over the remaining 25%. And this venture capital is used to start these companies and create jobs in those communities. But most communities are not benefiting from new companies, but sometimes are being hurt by the disruption of some of these new ideas. So that's why we're trying to level the playing field and try to make sure everybody anywhere in the country who has an idea has a shot at building a company, kind of a shot at the American dream. And you're also creating jobs and hope and opportunity in those cities. And oh, by the way, from an investor standpoint, which is obviously the interest of your audience, you can generate great returns by backing entrepreneurs in these places. And that's what we're proving to do with our Rise the Rest venture fund.
But so how do you do that? How do you, I don't mean to say break up the concentration of wealth and maybe of ideas. How do you do that and rather more democratize capital and opportunity and the funding for entrepreneurship?
Well, we've been working on this for a decade, including we've done bus tours, about 50 different cities. We now have investments in 100 different cities. We've built a network where we now have co-investments with over 400 regional venture firms. So we built it over time, really trying to establish this national network to support local entrepreneurs in these different communities. And we're seeing great examples of these, popping up. Just in Atlanta, for example, we backed a company called Hermias, is doing a Mach 5 engines, getting a lot of attention. In Fayetteville, Arkansas, we backed a company called Acre Trader that's got a lot of momentum around a platform to invest in farmland. In Raleigh, North Carolina, we backed a company called Prion, actually an AI company started by the founder that sold his technology to Amazon to create Alexa. He's focusing on AI for the enterprise. We're seeing these companies all over the country, and we're encouraging other venture capitalists who historically have just focused on the coast to pay more attention. And the pandemic has been, in an odd way, helpful here. We've seen more of a dispersion of talent, people moving to different cities, and the beginning of a dispersion of capital. So we're making progress, but the reason I wrote the book, and it is great that the paperback's coming out tomorrow, is we wanted to tell the stories of these companies and these cities that are on the rise, and I do think hold the potential to help unite a divided country by creating more opportunity for more people in more places.
And that was before, Steve, you knew the troubles that San Francisco was going to run into, although it seems like they've done quite well, actually, in retaining both in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, all of that, kind of like the AI startup capital and all the rest. I don't know if you're seeing that kind of spread out throughout the country, but I was also going to ask, at a time when the IPO markets are not so friendly, does that affect the potential funding for Revolution's, kind of target companies for the next generation?
Well, Revolution, we have a seed fund, a venture fund, and a growth fund. So they each operate a little bit differently. But Rise the Rest specifically, because we're investing in these different cities, they actually never really benefited from the market boom a couple of years ago when valuations got higher. It was harder for entrepreneurs in these cities to raise capital. But the converse is when things corrected, there was less of a correction in these Rise of the Rest cities. The other part of your question in terms of AI, I think it's worth noting that AI has been around for decades. It's integrated in products and services we use every day. Some of the focus around ChatGPT and generative AI has gotten a lot of attention, and the San Francisco area has definitely led there. But we're also seeing AI meet the real world. AI, kind of disrupt in big industries, healthcare and other industries like that. One company we backed in Chicago, Tempest, uses AI and genomics to diagnose, cancer and other diseases. So I think as you start seeing AI integrated in with these other technologies and embedded in trying to disrupt some of these big industries, you'll see more and more of those AI-powered companies in the middle of the country in these Rise of the Rest cities.